Sorry, we couldn't afford the whole... Oh, wait.
That was it?
Sorry, we couldn't afford the whole song. Hi, Jake.
That was...
Jake's here!
It's Jake's birthday.
It's Jake's birthday!
Happy birthday.
That was like the... That was...
You know what that means, right?
That was like the... Nice.
Yeah, right?
ASMR that shit. You know what I'm saying? Put it right
Yes,
up
sir.
in that speakerphone.
Get up on those YouTube.
I don't have one, but...
You can have one.
Hello.
I'm good.
It's my birthday.
It's Jake's birthday, and if we didn't miss an episode, it would be your 26th birthday on our 26th podcast, but it's 25.
You know what though?
It's okay.
I'm
That's how old I
actually.
am.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
You're 25?
It's gonna benefit you and it's gonna benefit me. I am going to not count 2020 as a year. We're just gonna pretend that year never existed.
Yeah.
And today I am now turning 25 again.
25 twice.
Nice. I think we can legally make that happen.
I am 25.
So wait.
So 25 episodes.
My birthday is next month, so that means I could do the exact same thing.
Yeah, you could
I don't
just
want to
turn
turn
the same
26
age again.
Yeah. Okay, but like in reality, how does it feel to be closer to 30 than to?
I'm one high school experience away from being 30.
Facts.
That shit hurts. That shit
am
fucking
not
hurts.
I have to get health insurance this year, my own health insurance.
Get cheap.
Yeah, $2 a month. That
I'm
sounds
paying
insanely good.
$2.80.
$2.80.
I got the premium package.
That's less than my Starbucks.
Back up when you yell, bro. Is your like the medication they give you is just a picture of medication? Like what? Like how do you? There's like a doctor like you get to stand outside of it and they peek their head out. They're like, you look fine. Like what? Like what do you get?
I just
Drive
don't
through
have
doctor
medication.
service.
I have nothing. I think it's like my copay is ridiculous. But the thing is, I got so a year ago in March, I separated my shoulder out in Oregon, and do the bill. The ambulance alone was $2,000.
That's nuts.
Like none of it was covered. But that was not even on the same insurance I'm on now. And then all the hospital visits and stuff.
Are you high? Is that what's happening? Are you high and you're just trying to?
I don't want my parents to know.
Oh, I totally just blew up
Anyway,
your spot. Then I'm sorry.
just-
Continue.
Just be cheap with your health insurance and don't get hurt.
Yeah. Well,
Can I wait? I'm sorry. How did you do that again?
How did you do that?
Like you said you tore your shoulder?
Separated.
Separated.
Yeah.
Fuck, what did you do?
Snowboarding. It's like I wasn't even doing anything cool. That's the shitty part is like I do.
that's always how it happens.
Spend all the time in the park doing whatever, and then as soon as I'm on this little back trail, it was kind of slushy. I remember because it was like March, and so like the snow is really like I don't know. There's like really soft patches
really
in the sun,
dense.
and then there's like ice patches in the shade. And so I was going and caught like this patch literally on top of a little hump and like flipped over. And normally you could like save it or whatever, but the thing is I landed right on an ice patch like below on like right on the top of my shoulder. And worst
So
pain ever.
how did that feel?
It was the worst pain ever.
Stop getting closer.
Stop yelling at
You don't
me.
need to.
I like the dramatic effect. Okay,
my
I'm gonna
God.
put it farther away from me.
We
Then.
literally, I just want to say we had an
This
entire
is a
talk with him. We're
problem.
like, hey, Jake, don't get close. Mike's like, I'm not going to get close. I'm a professional. I'm not going to fucking close. The
It just
first thing he
feels
does,
nice.
He's like, hey, what's going on? Wants to
It
eat
feels
it.
nice. Well, anyway, the
Yeah.
similar thing happens with iPhones. I've noticed that you'll do cool shit with the iPhones and they'll never break, and you'll drop them from you'll like throw them by accident and they'll go across the room, and it'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
And then the one time you're just like getting out of
Throw it
bed
by accident.
So one time I was on stage.
There's actually a story.
Yes, one time I was on stage. I think it was EDC. No, I don't remember. It was on stage, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. And I was like, oh no.
You just saw it. You just saw it as it was midair.
This place is amazing.
So it was one of those things. And you know that.
That's the most Jake reaction to anything. But like, not even just saying this place is amazing, but saying this place is amazing and then going,
Somehow didn't spill the tequila that was in my other hand, but threw my phone with the other hand.
If that's not the most like boiled down who Jake is as a person, where he did that and his phone
the tequila
lost
at
it,
all-
but the
at all
tequila
costs.
totally made it. The tequila made it. That's amazing.
I've done similar things with Wii controllers, actually. That's why I always wear the thing.
The wristband?
Yes, yeah. Well, obviously,
Please tell me it was during like tennis or some shit.
I had to no helmet that shit. You know what I mean? Ride the motorcycle with no helmet for a little bit, and I regretted it. I didn't throw at anything important, but I broke the Wii remote.
What does the helmet have to do with the Wii remote? This conversation is getting
so I keep going to new things, but it's all gonna tie in. So like the no helmet,
tie it in,
helmet is like riding a bike with no helmet. And then you regret it when you crash and you hit your head or something. So like then you wear helmets for a while, or you don't. Some people don't still.
Like
and
my friend John, who still doesn't fucking wear one. You dipshit.
Idiot.
Yeah, wear a helmet.
Idiot.
Have I told that story about when he like Humpty Dumpty'd his head like in front of me and had a seizure in the middle of the road? That's terrible. Bro, we just started. It was me, him, and Chris.
Very frightening.
I was weird. I was okay with it just because I was already like used to my dad. You guys
got straightening.
Yeah,
I got frightening.
Yeah, that's really gonna go real well with this very serious story. It's okay. No, but dude, we were all riding our electric boards. We were riding for literally 3 minutes, and then John, it just looked like he like hit a rock and just like skipped. Like it just the board went whoop, like right out from under him, and he smacked into the ground. It looked like a regular fall, but John's been riding a longboard since like high school, so like it didn't seem like John had fallen thousands of times.
John's legit.
John is legit. That should
and
be
then
his
he just goes.
name.
I just hear him go right, and I'm like, oh yeah, he must have like really like ripped it, like it ripped it up real bad. And I get up to him, and he's just going and then he's like crumpling up, and I was like, oh no, oh no. So like I scoop him up.
Yo.
Yeah, I scoop him up like under his arms because that like it was real hard because he was like clenching and shit.
Blocking me with this.
And I'm sorry,
idiot. Sorry. It's your podcast. You can do whatever you want.
Getting him on here again.
How much I hate sharing a mic with you. I just have to sit here.
It's because we're at different heights and I have to like lean down to like talk into it.
How about I sit up?
How about you sit up? Yeah, that would be 1,000% better. But no, so I pull him, and then like John's not that much bigger than Jake, right? Yeah. But he's like so ripped that he is the densest motherfucker on the planet. I pick him up, and he's bleeding from the back of the head and having a seizure. And the only thing I could think of was like, God damn it, this piece of shit's heavy. And I pulled him out. But this is the one part of the story that fucking like kills me was I like leaned him up against the back of a truck that was like right next to us, and then so many people saw him crash. Everyone came out to ask if he was okay. People were calling like 911 or whatever, and I was leaning him up against it. And then the guy who owned the truck just got in his car and just started he saw all of this and just started driving away. So John started falling over again. Oh, no. I was like, "Fucking Jesus, dude! What the fuck?" It was so funny.
Just one thing after another, man.
Funny.
Yeah.
Club
it was
comedy.
Oh no! Well, it did get funny when like the paramedics. He came out of the seizure and he was fine. He told me later he didn't remember any the rest of the day. Like, at all.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I wonder how much of that his brain blocked out.
He was being such a dick to me the whole time because I drove him to the hospital and all this other shit. And then he came and he's like, I did not come to until we were at the hospital. He's like, I don't remember anything that happened before that.
Your brain will just block out.
Dude,
like
we were talking. We were talking to a paramedic, and he was like,
"Does he still not remember it?
He doesn't remember any of it.
That's crazy."
He was saying he was talking. He was like, "Yeah, I figured we gotta call an ambulance. I was an EMT," and all of us were just looking at him. We're like, "No, you're not. No, you're not." He's like, "No, yeah, I am." And then we're like, "No, you're not. You're not though. You're not a paramedic. I don't know why you're telling this police officer that you're a paramedic." And then randomly, right, we're all just sitting there. The cops just writing some shit. We're sitting there quietly, and then John just randomly goes, and then we all
he made the sound effect with his voice. He did
exactly. Yeah, he did that.
So and then he went like this.
Okay. He went,
I was gonna ask what was in his hand.
We all, because we were all, he was sitting at the end of us. We all just went. And then we looked at each other. We're like, "Oh, John's got to go to the hospital for sure. John's got to go to the hospital 100%."
John needs an ambulance.
He was okay
right quick.
Oh no, we did not call him. The ambulance came there. And we're like, "No, thank you. That's so much money."
I had an experience like that when I lived in Vermont. So I had a friend in Vermont that just had seizures like periodically, like that. He was just, like a condition that he dealt with. I don't know what it would be called, but
epilepsy.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was something different.
Seizure-itis.
Because nothing would trigger it. Absolutely, I don't know what the difference is, but it was something like similar. Anyway,
right.
So I got used to dealing with that and knowing how to treat somebody that was didn't scare me anymore. But his seizures were also not violent. Mm-hmm. He would just kind of go into like a state and like be looking in he would just kind of like phase out. Yeah. And it was a little bit scary, but it was a little creepy. But it was like that's what that was. But then I was at a soccer game. And we were playing tag, like it was the older kids playing the soccer. And so we were just playing tag in the woods. And this kid tripped and fell and smacked the back of his head on a rock. Oh. And not only was there blood everywhere, but he went into like a violent seizure where he was just like
bro, that's like the worst part about head
convulsing.
injuries.
It
That's
was
fucking
bad.
awful. That's the worst part about head injuries though, is even if they're not bad, if you get cut, there's so much blood in your
and
head
that's
that
the
even like
thing
a
is
small
once
thing, it just looks like you're
Well,
dying.
he was lucky because the ambulance was right there. I made a run for the ambulance once he stopped seizing, and then like grabbed him there, and then he ended up being like this little tiny gash. It was like barely anything.
It was barely there, yeah.
But there was blood all over the rock. It's probably still there. And there was just like there's just blood everywhere.
They just look at it, they're like, that's the legend of Kyle. He ate shit there
I
once.
forgot what his name
in
was.
2009.
That was like middle school.
It's like the skin on your head though, so like elastic.
Yeah.
So
just
wait,
pops,
so
yeah.
to bring it back to helmets, wearing helmets, and then furthermore to bring it back
Full
to
circle.
iPhones, I still don't put a case on my phone, even though it's been broken a million
Raw
times.
dogging it.
Raw
dogging
dogging
life.
it. So that I relate that to the helmet thing. But anyway, I threw the phone. I was like, yeah, oh, and it landed right where the
Every time you yell, I just see it and go, ah, fuck.
the pit area between the stage and the crowd.
Yes.
It's smacked against
Where all the cool kids are.
the bars, like the barricades,
rails.
and then fell down like it was grass, but it smacked against the barricades. And
It's the
I
rails.
had to go through
I like
all
Dutch,
this
it's
trouble.
rails. I'm sorry, continue. I'm sorry.
I had to go through a great deal of trouble to get down there and find out if it was okay or not. It was totally fine.
Yeah.
2 weeks later.
Oh, you can have it back.
2 weeks.
2 weeks later.
2 weeks. You hear that, Aiden? There's two.
Maybe one time I'll get a turn on you.
I keep pushing it back to you. I keep pushing it back.
Then he starts talking.
Pretty much, Aiden, shut the fuck up and just sit in the corner, all right? Be the audio guy. Hey, Jamie, can you pull that shit up, you fucking asshole? Sorry. I'm sorry. Continue, Jake.
Interns, man.
Yeah. Stop yelling. Back
Interns,
up.
man.
Back up.
Interns, man.
Anyway, continue.
Give me the glasses. I'll just fucking
2 weeks later.
I'm in my own little world.
2 weeks later, I was sitting in a restaurant, and it was sitting on a chair with me, and it just moved, and it fell, and it shattered the screen.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
So all that to say,
I'm sorry.
I forgot where we started that digression.
I wanted to fucking listen to your story, but I just looked at him and the screen just
I'm pretty sure that started at Wii remotes. So wait, I think what
that
I've
was
got.
that was a part of it.
Long story short,
I'm
you
so
wear
wet.
helmets on stage now. Is that the
Yes.
Is that the moral of this story?
So that's more the thing.
Hi, my
the
name's
only thing
Jake.
I really
I'm here
have
to
to
play
worry
dubstep,
about.
and please don't come up to me too quickly. I get startled.
I get
I get startled. I get startled.
Oh dear Lord God Almighty!
That's why Marshmallow wears it. He doesn't. It's not for the. It's not for the anima.
It's not for the look, it's for the
whatever you call
protection.
it. But yeah, it's for protection. One time he got domed by like a beach ball.
Wait, can we talk about the one time?
See him constantly just bumping into the just
Can we talk
constantly.
about how Flostradamus played
Inside of his
the
own
Insane Clown Posse's festival?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the gathering of the Juggalos. Oh, how have we
and he
never
and he
talked
got a
about
rock
that?
chucked at his face, and he was
Marshmallow?
bleeding.
Oh,
no,
him?
not
Yeah.
Marshmallow. He would have been fine.
No, Marshmallow.
He's got the helmet for that reason.
They would have eaten him. He doesn't even see it. No, but dude, for
Yeah,
sure.
Josh got fucking pelted, and he was like went on Instagram after, and his face was bleeding. I was like, damn.
Dude, have you
I
ever
don't know
like
if I'm
looked at
gonna
the
go to the
documentary
gathering
of the Gathering of the Juggalos? All right, it's like, and this is coming from someone who's been to like a lot of festivals and spent most of his free times and summers there. It's usually like, you know, most people there are normal people. Maybe everybody dresses a little weird, does some like crazy dances, but everyone's normal people, right? And then like 1 out of every like 1,000 people is just, you're like, who the fuck is that guy? What is he doing, right? The Gathering of the Juggalos, that's all it is. It's just those people.
It's a dark carnival of sorts.
Bunch of Fago drinking freaks.
That's the best episode
Next
of
thing you know,
Workaholics.
next Instagram post, we're just getting blasted by fucking insane clown posse fans like they're
There's an
K-pop
episode
fans.
of Workaholics where they have to go save what's her name? Janice? No, they have to
I
save their
fucking love-
coworker from she ends up like
the
online
blonde chick?
dating, and she gets with somebody who's like a juggalo, and then he takes her to the gathering and like stops responding. And so when they get there, she's on top of an RV, and the guy's just standing there, and then she's just sitting there like with clown paint on, just like.
Dude, I
And
fucking
they're
love
like,
that
we
show.
have to save her.
That was the most underrated show on the planet, bro.
Yeah, that's
fucking
it.
miss
The
it.
other best episode is when they get drunk one night and they leave a voicemail, like terrible voicemails on their boss's answering machine, and then they realize in the morning when they're still drunk, but then they're worried about the hangover kicking in, so they have to stay drunk. But the most ridiculous things happen on their way to try and stay drunk. Yeah. Like the last drip of beer, they're like, no, I must. Oh, I got 0.1%. They got a fucking breathalyzer and shit.
Bro, my favorite bit in that entire show though is what the fuck was their weed dealer's name again? Carl. You love that show.
It's a great show.
But it was when they bought from a different weed dealer and Carl showed up. He's like, whose butt is that?
He just knew.
I didn't sell you that.
That's how it really be too.
And he was just like, and they were like, it's not better. It's different.
It's just different.
Like he's getting cheated on.
Yep, I understand that. That's a real thing that you.
I wish I watched more of that show.
It's on Hulu.
Rachel was showing me the one.
It's also on Droid server. Don't talk about that publicly. Your NSA agent hates you.
I should never. Nothing. Never mind. You could talk. Okay. You can talk. It's your turn.
I was just talking about the one Rachel was showing me. We were talking about like making sandwiches the other day, and she was showing me the episode where he's like, "My mommy makes ham sandwiches." and then he's like, my mommy doesn't make pornos, she makes ham sandwiches. And then the lady's talking to him about like, well, some ladies come home like that do like that, come home and have kids. And he's so when they're done like whatever done making pornos, they come home and make other little boys ham sandwiches.
Oh, this is dark.
That shit was so funny.
This is dark.
I was crying, dude. That shit was so funny.
So speaking of Aiden stories, I have an Aiden story for you.
An Aiden story?
Yeah, about moments before this podcast
Is it
began,
about this Aiden or a different guy named? Oh yes. Oh
which
yeah.
This podcast is getting to the point where I think we don't need shirts anymore. I only got. I might Bert
Kreischer. You're right. At the end of this, I might Bert Kreischer this bitch and just take my shirt off.
But anyway,
I might do it.
We don't need to.
I'm okay.
Anyway,
you can keep your nipples.
No. We're gonna talk about this though. Aiden was shirtless when we walked in the room.
It was hot.
And so is he.
I was
so
alone, and it was hot. I was
but
sweating.
then when we finished setting up for the podcast and we got ready to go, and Aiden walks over to the refrigerator and pulls out his shirt from the freezer and starts putting it on, and we all stopped what we were doing.
Bro, it was like I was looking at you, I was like, did you come from the year 4000? Like what? That
was the most genius flex I've ever seen in my life. He was like, yeah, it's cool now.
That's literally the only reason I took it off. I was like, it's my car has no AC, and my back was so sweaty on the way here. So I got here setting up, sweating, dude, and I was like, how can I fix this? Pop the shirt in the freezer.
Bro, sorry about that.
You ever just see somebody? Yeah, you could have just pulled away from the mic.
I did a little bit.
You ever just see somebody do something and then instantly feel stupid because they did it, and you're like, oh,
how did I not think of that?
You're like, oh, I'm an idiot.
Same thing happens when Skrillex releases music.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
how did I not think of that? I'm stupid.
I can't make music anymore.
I'm quitting.
I'm so happy he's back.
Or the stories so far, whenever they release music, I'm like, I quit. Yeah,
I should go fuck myself.
I do that anyway. But
second time.
He loves saying that fucking joke so much.
Everybody does. Everybody does a little bit.
The problem is such like telling somebody to go fuck themselves is so ingrained in like my vocabulary, and
I'm gonna respond to you that way
every single time. It just fills me with rage every single time. Fuck you.
Good.
Where are my glasses?
It wasn't a call to action. It was a
call to action.
It wasn't. Did not need a response.
It was a figure of speaking. Come on, Jake.
Anyway.
Stupid idiot.
Birthday week.
You
got any plans? What are you doing?
Birthday week.
What are you doing?
I backed up. Nothing.
We were gonna try and go to the beach, but
it seems like it's
we can play
birthday cod is always fun.
Birthday cod. We're talking about the fish, right?
Yeah, dude. Oh,
yeah. Like
I'm here. I got White Claws. I got my friends. I got work to do. I'm chilling.
If it doesn't rain, we should go to the city and ride city bikes, and I'll have my boosted board, and we'll have a good time.
Yeah, I'm picturing myself. I think I should.
Why are you laughing at me? Time out. Why are you laughing at me so hard about that? Explain yourself.
What's so fun about city bikes? That's you.
No, it's not fun. Here's the thing.
It's your birthday. You want to go hit the gym?
No.
Maybe we'll do a few stair sets. We'll climb climb a lot. We'll do a
No,
lot of
here's
biking.
the thing.
We'll work out really
City
hard.
bikes
we'll be
is
sweating.
fun for him because he has a boosted board. He didn't hear the rest of that sentence. He gets
I
to
thought
ride
they
the
were two
boosted
separate
board,
events.
and then he's like, "You could just take a city bike
thought they were two-
and ride with me."
First of all, wait. Time out.
Right,
You thought we were
here's-
getting on
here's how we make it fun,
a
though.
two-set cedar bike, like we were fucking like a couple in the 30s. Oh, I thought you were saying like a two-seater
But
city bike.
here's how we
You didn't let me
make
finish.
it fun, though.
Listen, hold on. You didn't let me finish.
Okay.
The new city bike. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Hey,
Sorry.
hey, pal. Hey, whoa.
okay.
Hey. Okay, listen.
birthday or something?
All right, open up the mirrors. All right, open up the mirrors. All right. You can tell I'm getting a little
just
drunk.
farted.
You can tell I'm getting a little drunk. Stop.
drunk?
Stop being. No, I'm getting a little buzzed.
I'm not. That's stupid.
White Claw.
Uh,
Lightweight.
The 100-pounder over here. Yeah, you're probably close too.
I'm 165 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, I hate when people
That's
say
only
that.
30 pounds
Dude,
more than me.
last week,
That's what I was.
Aton looked at me and he was like, "What are you, like 130 pounds?" I was like, "Go fuck yourself." No, I'm not. No, I'm a.
Skin and bone.
I am a thick
He
bitch.
goes to the gym too. Isn't that crazy?
I am a thick bitch. Okay,
Isn't that
I
crazy?
don't want any. Go fuck yourself. All right. Anyway, back to what I was trying to say
Oh,
was
that
the
was really
city
hard for me
bikes.
not to say
The
my
new
line
city
after
bikes
that.
have motors in them now, so you can go.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the
not
thing.
a bad idea anymore.
I think that what I'm gonna do is I'm
They're
gonna
still so
sketch
expensive.
behind you. I'm gonna have
The
you
only
hold
thing
my
I don't
hand
like
and I'm
about
just
city
gonna
bikes-
sketch behind you.
That's a good idea.
I'm down.
That's a good idea, right?
The only thing I don't like.
Everybody's gonna look at
wear
us
your
like-
helmet though.
I
Wear
will.
your helmet.
I
The
will.
only thing I don't like about city bike when I lived in New
We
York
get the
is
corniest helmet too.
it's so expensive. Like
When did you live in the city? You lived in the city?
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
knew that.
when I was 19.
Never knew that.
Yeah, for like just under a year. Because so out of high school, I don't even need to tell the story, but I moved there.
It's a good story. You worked at a really dope studio.
Yeah, so out of high
And-
school, I
Lived
worked with these guys
on Wall
out-
Street with what? 15 people?
tell the
10
people about
people?
yourself.
all right. Well, this is a story. No, just kidding.
All about how my
You
life got
wrapped the
turned
whole
upside
thing.
down.
Aiden, if right now you just whipped out a fucking Fresh Prince rap about living in New York City, I swear to God, I would have clipped that, I spent all my money promoting it, and then quit the podcast.
Spend all
we-
your Dogecoin on that shit.
We peaked at that point. We peaked if Aiden did that.
have it ready.
You've been waiting for years for somebody to ask you about the time you were
Immediately sell all
You're
your
like,
Dogecoin
and then
and put
also
it into
just
that.
the way you fucking breathe it, you're like, well, here we go. Let me tell you about a time. Dude, stop it. Anyway, actually tell us about the time you lived in New York.
I'll give you the fast, brief version. I worked at a studio down there after high school with my friend Quinn. It was on Wall Street.
I miss you,
and-
Quinn.
Miss you, buddy. And that was before we were commuting there or whatever. And I don't know. He wasn't as interested in going there anymore. I don't remember exactly like what happened, but I got an opportunity to intern at this other studio, Crosby, and ended up like getting the job or whatever, and decided to move down there. And I lived on Wall Street. It was like the nicest apartment. It was a 2-bedroom, like however many $1,000 apartment, but I lived with 15 other people. It was super illegal. But I like
Definitely not supposed to do that. But
I
it's fine.
found it somewhere, like how to meet this guy and like talk to him, so he made whatever, and it ended up being like,
Sorry, what did he walk up to you? He was like, hey man, like you opened up a trench coat. And he's like, you want an apartment? And you just had a thing full of keys. And he's like, hey man, you live with 15 other people, man. You get company.
That's very cyberpunk
The
of
fact
you.
that my parents let me like do that, and like it was sketchy. So like it was, I think I paid $750 a month, and it was set up so it was 2 bedrooms. There was a guy's room and a girl's room with like bunk beds. I think there was like 4 sets of bunk beds in our room, probably in theirs too. And then there was like the
That's
the
nuts.
living room had like more.
That's crazy.
And the sketchiest part though is like all of this happened. I met the guy, like everything was cool, like got to move in, and I go down there to move in with my shit, and my parents like couldn't come in the apartment. The guy was like, we don't allow like guests.
He was looking at your parents and like, fucking narcs. I'm not letting them in this bitch. They're gonna tell somebody at the city.
The fact that my parents were like, all right, bye.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Good
That's
luck.
crazy. They were
But
like, this is good.
The thing is, it was this guy like ran this whatever. Like it ended up shutting down after because the apartment was on like the 3rd floor and this shit, and you had it like the doorman, they ended up knowing you after a certain point, but you had to go in and be like, I'm a guest of 30 whatever, like, and they're
like, you're a guest.
see
You've
how
been here
eventually they'd
every
be
night
like, I
for
wonder-
like 6 months. You sure you're a guest?
that are guests of this place? But yeah, so I did that, and it sucked. I worked at Starbucks for a minute, like right around the corner. The place was sick. It had like an upstairs, there was a movie theater in there. There was a room with a pool table and shit. There was an upstairs, like, whatever you call it,
amenities in Manhattan are no joke.
a rooftop
Do
bar.
not fuck around whatsoever.
No, because if you wanted those amenities, you'd have to go far and wide to get all of them in the city.
Yeah,
You wouldn't be able to really access them.
no,
so
it was a full, like, the movie theater had a huge screen. There was like a huge wraparound like couch, and upstairs had a bar, and it was rooftop
See,
with
that's
like
what's up.
seats around the whole
And
roof.
honestly, living with 15 people, the only thing I would be worried about is getting sleep. But
That
like,
was the
you're
only thing,
only
but they
there to
had,
sleep
like,
and eat.
And they had like strict rules about like you couldn't bring alcohol. I wasn't 21, but like you couldn't bring alcohol into the apartment. Like, so it was like very much.
Were you in a dorm? Did you just like not
That's
realize
basically
you
what
were
it
just?
becomes.
You were like, and you Google it. You're like, oh, I was going to NYU for a whole year and I didn't even know it. Shit. Like,
That's why it was $80,000 a year. No, but it was.
get a degree.
It was definitely like, it was cool for me because I didn't go to college, and so that was like my dorm experience. And the cool thing is all my roommates, like there was maybe 3 other people that were like from the States, and like everyone else was from all over the world. There was like a kid from, like, one of my good friends from India. There was a kid from France, Germany. There's people from literally everywhere, which was really dope. And they were all good people. Like we got along really well. But yeah, so I did that and like would walk to Soho it was like few days. And
Did you guys ever play Risk together?
no.
Come on.
No
that was
Battleship?
that was a missed opportunity.
Pool. We would always go up and play pool.
I'm
That's
just
a good
saying,
pastime.
people from around the world to
Can
play
we get
Risk
a baby
together
pool
and just
table for our apartment?
like the little,
like a little-
like the little desk ones.
Yeah.
I'm so down.
Let's do it.
Absolutely. Okay, I just want to say this real quick, and I'm genuinely serious
Keep it
about
on the
this,
coffee
and
table.
I'm gonna start like this idea with this. And I think I've already told you this idea. I saw a video of it. I hate.
Water. It's water.
One, I hate everything you just did. Cheers.
Want to be involved?
Okay, triple cheers.
Triple cheers.
Woo! Birthday week. I've seen it plenty of times. There's like 3 bars I've seen on TikTok that have it, and I want to get it for our bathroom. Okay.
Of course, this is from TikTok.
Yeah, shut up. It's deeply entrenched in my brain. I'm not happy about it either, but here we are.
Over here.
Here
Okay.
we are. Okay.
All right.
It's gonna be a big red button on the wall, right? And I'm gonna put a little like framed picture next to it, and it's just gonna say, "Go ahead, press it. It's just a button. What's the worst that can happen?" And what's gonna trigger when you hit it? It's gonna play that BG song, that dun 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 dun, and then start a disco light and turn the regular lights off.
They're gonna go. That was easy.
No, fuck off. Get out of here.
I like that. I can deal with that.
Yeah, imagine we bring guests over and they just see that.
And one of them presses it, and we're like, oh, here
And
we
we'll
go.
just hear like a muffled version, like. Well, there it is happening.
Yeah, somebody pressed the
Just
button.
partying in the bathroom. They're like, yeah.
So many idiots.
is sick.
Is that going to be in the bathroom? That could be a good place for it.
I mean, we could literally put it anywhere, but I think the bathroom would be the best place for it. Because you know what I want to put it? I want to put it right above the toilet so that when well, I guess it'd have to be any dude. When any dude's just peeing, like you know how they put ads in like clubs, like right where
above the
where
toilet,
your
yeah.
face is at a urinal? It'll be right there. And someone will just be like, okay, fuck it. Like, I want that.
The only thing is we're going to have to accept the possible consequence of this, which is going to be people mid-pee pressing it and then being like...
And then
and
just
then
getting
being
pissed
like,
everywhere.
Yeah, and then just, yeah. So we're going to have to be careful with that.
Yeah, we will. Okay.
The living room is also a good option because that's where the party would be useful. Because if somebody
True, but we'll
presses it
already have
randomly and we're
music.
already all drinking a little bit,
It just comes out of nowhere.
and you're just like,
Yeah, it'll just be amazing. I can do. You know what I'll even do? I'll have like a rotating number of like songs. I just gotta get like a Raspberry Pi to make this shit work and learn how to code. Which seems like a lot of work. But I will go through the effort for this
It's
dumb
worth
of a
it.
joke. For
That's
this dumb
worth
of a
it.
joke, I'll fucking do it. I don't give a
That's
fuck.
definitely worth it.
I don't give a fuck. I'm getting real hot. I might actually take my shirt off.
It's almost
Okay, all right.
We got
all
a
right.
minute left. Why do you have to? We got literally a minute
I
left.
want the internet to see it.
I don't.
Birthday week. Birthday week. Birthday week. Birthday week. Birthday week. I just saw you and you're just like
like that kid that's scared to go in the pool with oh, I'll keep it on. It's okay. I don't
want to take my shirt off.
I'll keep it on. This is so uncomfortable. I want to go home.
Well,
this is normal.
You
for
are
Jake.
home.
Jake takes his shirt off every 2 seconds.
Well, listen, Jake said this in the beginning. I like your gold chain. I didn't realize you were wearing one too.
We're matching today.
Hey, baby, what's up? What's going? Hey, let's go. Birthday week.
High five.
This is actually what we're really commemorating. Isn't just Jake's birthday, but it's Jake going back to shows. Because for anybody who doesn't know, it's not a show unless Jake takes his shirt off. Yeah. It's really not.
It's kind of. It's
how
key.
much cooler did this make you?
A decent amount, actually. I feel better.
I took mine off earlier, but
actually like really feel better.
Mine was only to put it in the freezer. You guys are just being weird on the internet.
And
all right,
man, I've always been weird on the internet. This is not
has
different.
Devolved his entire career.
His entire career
being
is based
shirtless.
off of having, and he does not look great. And that should make me. I mean, hey,
And
I'm
do.
motherfucker. You want to talk? Listen, Casper the fucking ghost. You want to talk to me
Hey,
right
I got
now
a tan.
about that?
Yeah, the white balance is whack on Jake's side.
Yeah, for real. I'm looking
I
at
got a
myself right
tan.
now. I look more red than a tan.
This is a tan right here.
My man,
This
that's
is nice.
that's a fucking tan in Finland. I don't want to hear that. All
That's
right.
nice.
Oh, it's not. Fuck you. I'm so
it's
mad at you.
A disclaimer. That was a lie.
He's flexing his punch.
I did this arm.
I thought he was flexing his Walmart watch.
I'm gonna say 2 things. 1, not a Walmart watch. 2,
Target.
I didn't buy it though, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had that forever.
Yeah. So my ex bought it for me, and I lose things like watches and glasses constantly, and she threatened me with murder. She was like, "I will literally come to your house and kill you if you lose this watch." Still got it. So
No
maybe that's what
murder
I have
on the menu today.
So maybe that's what I need people to do, is to just threaten me with murder to not lose things. And
All right.
That's the thing.
On that note,
Are we ending here?
we could. End.
Are we gonna end here? Okay, Jake, do you want to end on like a wave our shirts around like
Birthday week. Birthday week. Birthday week. Birthday week.